All right, beautiful people. Welcome back to another amazing and impactful episode of the True Health Forever podcast, where we share our best life through the lens of holistic health. I'm your host, Devon Truvel, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game. And as usual, I have with me the proud, the smiling, the curl-rific, hair on ultimate fleek, the I'm a clap at the same time as you today because I'm feeling extra good, queen herself. Please introduce yourself to people.
What's up, party people? My name is Sinclair, aka
The
Health
Health Nerd.
And yes, my hair is freshly washed, so my curls are extra popping.
Go ahead.
That's all I have.
That's it. That's all. Oh, I thought you about to go off on a rant. Go ahead, get it. No.
I'll be accepting compliments on my curls in the comments of this video.
There it is. I'll be the first one to be on that. Oh, I see you, Queen Curls popping on multiple accounts. But as usual, a little weekly check-in, Queen. How you feeling? How you doing this powerful week? And actually, we're recording this on Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday. So happy Easter to everybody.
Yes.
Hope everyone got some good rest. And my mom sent me a text was saying like how Easter is proof. Like even if you're not, religious, it's proof that miracles can happen. Like stuff that you will never expect to ever happen can occur in life. So if you're waiting for a miracle, right, go ahead and in the comments, maybe after you put amazing curls to the queen, what miracle or what just thing are you just hoping to happen that maybe isn't likely to happen, but you're still wishing it will anyway. Right? But Queen, how was your week? Talk to the people.
My week was a good week. I felt like I got back on my wagon in terms of doing my morning routine, getting my workouts in, so I feel good. We did a version of the Daniel fast for a couple of days after vacation, so I felt good to just kind of re-cleanse your body, and so yeah, feeling pretty good. The week itself, I feel like every Friday was stressful. Friday was stressful today.
Yeah, you told me about your Friday. Her Friday was basically a whole week into one day. It was something else.
Yeah. So aside from Friday, the week was pretty chill. But yeah, it felt good. I started my certification for my health coaching program, so that's exciting. Nerding out on that every day. So yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm juiced. I'm excited for the next quarter.
Love it. And you started, and I don't know if you'll get into this later, but you started saying a saying in your head that kind of motivates what actions you do.
Yeah.
Can you give a sneak peek into what that is?
Yeah. So as a lot of people do, I deal with imposter syndrome in terms of like I know what I want to be, but like am I really that person? Like am I meant to do that? Like am I worthy? All that stuff. You have those doubts in your head.
You are 100% worthy.
Thank you, dear. I know that. I'm trying to make sure I know that every single day. But what has helped me in this past week is when I feel myself not wanting to do something that I know that I should do, I say, we have a goal that like, okay, I want to be the number one Black health coach in the U.S. So I started.
Let's get it. Say it one more time for the people in the front.
The number one Black health coach in the U.S. That's my goal. But the that's a lofty goal, obviously. So of course there are days where it's like, man, I really don't want to work out today. But it's like, what I've started to do this week is tell myself the number one Black health coach in the U.S. would definitely wake up and work out today because she probably works out at least 25 minutes every single day. So that's helped me. Like, okay, I may not be there yet, but I think talking in that more third person makes it seem like something that I'm just actually like trying to get to, and naturally in my journey of trying to get there, I will become that thing that I'm trying to become. Does that make sense?
It does. And for me, it's also an interesting way, and hopefully this doesn't contradict myself, but it's an interesting way to fight the imposter syndrome.
Right. But it's almost accepting.
Right. But it's also saying like the number one health coach would work out. So then you give yourself a choice. Like either I'm going to work out or I'm not going to work out. So if I work out, cool, I'm stepping into my identity of being the number one health coach. And if I decide in that moment when I'm talking to myself to not work out, then I'm stepping out of that identity. But either way, it puts the responsibility on you. As soon as you say that sentence, you now have a choice.
Right.
So I like that. Well done. That was creative.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. My week. So y'all know
when you start off like that.
So y'all know, like, when you get back, and I think you experienced this, but when you get back from vacation, like, work doesn't go anywhere when you're on vacation. Work is just sitting there like, ooh, we can't wait for y'all to get back. So I just felt like when I got back Monday, there was just a flood of emails and just things to do for work, and then a little bit of stuff that got packed on for like Playback Wall Street and TH4 work, even though not too much because I was working for that when I was gone, but mostly work. There was just so much stuff to do and get done.
Just sits there like a little neglected pet.
Right. It's like, oh, bro, go away. Go fetch, and then I'm gonna leave. But long story short, it was just a lot of work that needed to get done. In the process of hiring 2 students, that's exciting. So nice. I think it's cool to be in a position to create jobs and stimulate other people's income from the job that I have right now. Right. So that was good. And then we did a hike with JD, who's one of our interns, also JT's little brother. Shout out JT. It was your birthday 2 days ago. Happy birthday, bro. But it was cool to be able to also bring in family, bring in friends to our business and help him discover his brand, discover his powers of researching, writing. He's a very analytical thinker, very into fitness. So it's cool to be able to pick these little superpowers that he has and see how we can, help build his brand while also growing our brand. Right. So yeah, went on a cool little hike. He did not bring hiking shoes. He brought like some bright white Nikes. Yeah. I was like, you have no other shoes? He was like, no. So I was like, all right, bro. They're probably dirty right now. Yeah. What else? Randomly, since the queen was bragging about her hair, I co-washed my hair yesterday, and usually after I co-wash, and shout out to Rosie for locking me up, Gars by Rosie, go check her out. But usually after I do a co-wash, it shrivels up and stuff. But I did a co-wash and it's still hanging, right? It's still like, what's up? We here. Hey. So I don't know if it was the oil that I did like immediately after. I don't know if it's because we went on the hike after and it like slow dried or whatever, but hey man, I'm liking it. I'm feeling more comfortable with my locks as I go out into the world. So yeah, I'm liking it.
I'm happy for you, man.
Thanks.
I can tell you're liking it when you're doing that more.
Yeah, like, feel the power. Feel it. What else? I also, this was a very impactful week. So we submitted our MBE paperwork. High five and hot handshake to that. And for those that don't know, highly encourage you. It's a lot of paperwork. MBE, Minority Business Enterprise. It is a federal and state designation that can help you get more contracts in business. So money. So highly encourage you, if you are an entrepreneur, you have your own business and you are minority, whether that's gender, veteran affairs, disability, African American, indigenous, Native American, Latino, even Indian, Pacific Islander, like all that stuff. If you're any type of minority, you can get this self-designation. A lot of paperwork. Shout out to the queen for helping collect and create a lot of that paperwork, because that is not my forte. I was over here hurt.
It's maybe my forte, but that does not make it fun at all.
Not at all. But it's submitted, and now it's in, whoever approves stuff, it's in their court. So that was good. And then there was another thing that happened. Comic book. Submitted Infinity God comic book to a screenplay competition. I'm not gonna dive into the whole black hole, literally, of what you saw it in there. But it's coming too. Y'all see that. Now, are we ready to do a podcast?
I guess.
Yeah, it was a powerful first week back from vacation. It was powerful.
It was.
And I think it was powerful because we intentionally made it powerful by going back on our version of the Daniel fast. I had the dream elixir that I was drinking. Queen, did you test it at all?
I think I tasted it. I never actually made a the whole morning. I drink like a big old thing of water. So what I was gonna do is like do my water and then like just add a little bit of yours in there.
No. You got to take your shot of the elixir and then drink whatever water you're gonna drink afterwards. You can still do that.
I'll try it tomorrow.
Yeah, try it. See how it makes you feel before you drink your regular water.
Okay.
But I feel like doing those things helped us have a powerful week. We're very intentional about it. So today's podcast episode, we're gonna talk about something very similar. We're gonna talk about how you can disrupt certain aspects of your life to kind of kickstart your life in a field. We're going to try to cover economics or your finances, education, and of course, health, because TH4 podcast, y'all know how we do. All right. So, Queen, are you ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get into it. Without further ado, let's get into the episode. Okay, so I want to give a little bit of context to how we got here. All right, so there's multiple layers, but first layer is I usually use Google Hangouts for my texting, right? You're like, yes, I know, factual.
I'm aware.
But for some reason, it was like Thursday or Wednesday, I was on Google Hangouts. And first of all, let me rewind. Because I don't think did I mention on the last podcast that I fell during my run?
No, you didn't. Poor baby.
So I was on my run the other day and I saw this vacant lot right there by Warehouse Shoe Sale. So I took a picture of the lot and I was sending it to my dad. And as I was sending it, like I was just thinking of what my dad would be able to use for. He was thinking about doing like a kind of a transitional home or low income home housing project. So I was like, oh, this location would be perfect. So then I started visioning that, and I have a problem. So I'll deep dive into daydreaming. And I was daydreaming while running and literally just tripped and fell on this crack, stumbled, and I cracked my screen. Now, long story short, how that connects is I started trying to use Google Hangouts to text and it wasn't working. And I assumed it was the screen crack that was messing it up. So for the first time ever, I went to messages, right? And I started using messages, and then 4 days later, Google Hangouts started working. But now I'm already using messages.
Right.
I've been wanting to use messages anyway because Google Hangouts is supposed to be discontinued. So literally me tripping and falling and having to use this messages disrupted me for that 3 days. And it forced me to use a different app, a different technology. And now I'm just moving forward with that technology and not looking back. So our hope for this episode is how can you literally disrupt an aspect of your life, disrupt a habit to where now it's inconvenient to even go back to what you used to do before. And obviously, hopefully to improve a certain aspect of your health. So, Queen, which one would you like to start off with?
Start off with education.
Education, all right. And for the sake of the podcast, education isn't going to be like formal, like college, K-12. It's going to be more general, just how are you informing yourself? It can be getting in certification programs. It can be going back to college, getting your MBA, but it could also just be learning and educating yourself in general. So starting off with education, Queen, how can someone disrupt the way that they consume information or get their knowledge?
It's going to sound really simple, but to go look for it. Why I say that? Because the norm in today's society is that someone's going to put it in front of your face. Someone's going to, whether it's a billboard, whether it's a commercial, whether it's whatever it is, a blimp across the sky. Like there's a lot of people and a lot of companies, a lot of everybody trying to put information in front of your face. So by you taking the initiative to go look for information, you're automatically taking a little bit more power into what you're consuming.
Gotcha.
Because I'm not just going to accept whatever is being put into my face. So I think that I feel like a lot of people these days don't actually intentionally go and research things.
I do.
I know.
That's one.
We're anomalies. But I feel like the average person is taking whoever's giving them that information, taking that as fact. So like, yep, you're saying this is happening or this is true, and I'm gonna believe it.
Especially on social. There was a post today, and I'm not gonna put out who posted it, but there was a post because on April 4th, MLK was assassinated. So there was a post saying MLK was assassinated in Alabama, but then everyone in the comments was like, he wasn't assassinated in Alabama. He was assassinated in, I was trying to see if y'all knew, in Memphis. Right?
Okay, so I was about to say Tennessee.
Yeah.
See, I knew, but I didn't know.
You knew because that's the reason why for your graduation we were going to go out there.
That's
was right. to be to visit that hotel and obviously get the good food. But it's interesting, like if you don't do your research and you see this post on Instagram, oh, MLK was assassinated in Alabama. Now your brain thinks this is fact. So you never know, in a different conversation you may bring it up and then, slightly embarrass yourself or out yourself for not knowing the right information. So definitely double check, especially if it's a post on social media. Like, yeah, consume it, but then make sure you confirm it with at least one other source.
Yeah. But I think it's rare for now people to go and do their own research on literally whatever it is. It can be on, the food you're putting in your body, the medication you're taking, the exercise you're doing. Like we see somebody doing a squat that says this will make your butt grow, and we're like, yeah, we go do it. But it's like,
is that what we do?
I mean, I don't really do that. My butt, my butt's
been blessed.
I've been blessed. I'm not gonna lie. Just try to keep it where it's at. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have been guilty of doing other things like, do this to get a flat stomach. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But it's like, is that true? I have no idea. So yeah, I think that's one thing you can do is just do your own research.
Yep. Something else, kind of along the point of the queen, is to read.
What?
Yeah, right. I'm taking it back old school on them. So, I mean, obviously, y'all know by now that I'm addicted to books, and I buy them like on a weekly, bi-weekly basis. Yeah, they're all over. At this point, I don't even have enough shelves for the books anymore. I need to either build another shelf or Anyway, so a lot of the information that we consume on social media, in blogs, on YouTube videos, sometimes in podcasts, they're like second, tertiary. I don't even know what the fourth level would be called.
That's quadrary.
Quadrary. Sure, we're gonna make that up. Yep. Quadrary sources.
You heard it first here. It's a word.
Quadrary.
Believe what we say. You don't need to go research it. No.
Right. Don't look it up. But like, we're getting information not from the direct source. Books are typically like almost the direct source, or it came from someone's mouth, or they wrote it down, they wrote it down, thought it, and put it into this source. But I feel like because of technology and internet, we don't read as much as we used to back in the day. So I would say for you, as you're trying to educate yourself, definitely use social media or online certification programs. But if you can, pick up like 2 to 3 books in your field that you want to learn. If it's about Black history, get some dope Black history books. If you want to learn about health, get Eat Smarter or Know Thyself by Queen Afua, or The 7 Smoothies Live Your Best Life, which has some great research in it and primary sources linked to it. Like, get sources that you can then read every day. And that's the secondary thing. Get a book, but then also read 5 minutes a day. I'm not even going to say an hour, like literally read 5 minutes a day. That can be 1 page, and every single day you will then learn something. So as your business, as an entrepreneur, you can then create social media posts from everything that you're reading. You can create a YouTube video, a podcast on everything that you're reading. So I would say read a book, 5 minutes a day, educate.
Ding.